Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I'm here to do your daily reading. So if you guys would like to gain access to my extended readings that, excuse me, are basically every day, almost every day, pretty much for every free reading I do, I have an extended reading. So if you want to gain access to those, just hit join and then sign up for Virgo Bombshell membership. And if you guys would like to enter for a chance to win a free personal reading, just go ahead and hit like and subscribe and comment down below, I am loved. All right, so universe, what is coming up in love for my Virgos? Actually, the person on my Virgo's mind, universe. How do they feel towards Virgo, and what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Oh gosh. We had the Knight of Wands, and with the Ace of Swords, this person is coming in to communicate with you. I feel like this is a person who has decided after quite a while of sort of sidestepping and being in delusion. They're just like, I can't outsmart myself into justifying non-action. They've just run out of excuses. This is somebody facing the situation head on, facing the reality of the situation head on, because they're realizing that they're at the end of the day, oh my gosh, Ace of Wands in the upright, Ace of Swords in the upright. This is somebody who's just like, I just need to come in. I can't strategize and trick Virgo. I just need to face the situation. That if I think this person really loves and values you, and they've just been feeling unstable. Could be dealing with a water sign. And I feel like what this is basically, oh my goodness, this is somebody who definitely, I'd say, this is just like facing the traditional, it's kind of like, it feels like, Saturn, like the energy of Saturn, of like, I'm not going to try and delude myself. I'm not going to try and find a shortcut. I'm not going to try and find a way around things. I just need to do things the old-fashioned traditional way. And I feel like that's what this person has come to, is this state of understanding that they're not going to get anywhere with you or in this situation if they try to find a shortcut, or if they try to blame shift, that, it's like they're just not, okay, this card wants to come out. They're just, whoa, okay, all right, whoa, all right. They definitely, that they just know that they need to, that they need to face the situation head on and just take action. They can't be in denial. They can't pretend. They can't, basically they're having to really grow up, is what this energy feels like. This is somebody just, and this is somebody coming to terms with that. Like, I can't make somebody else carry the load. I can't make excuses. I can't distract. I just need to do what's right, face things head on, and then face any repercussions that might be coming my way. Because at the end of the day, they're really not going to be that bad. I can handle it. But one way or another, if I don't do anything, I just saw 333. I can pretty much guarantee that, failure if I don't take action, right? What this feels like is someone coming towards you and there being a question of there still being someone that they need to end things with. Maybe a Queen of Cups, but I feel like this is your energy for the most part. This feels like this person approaching you, wanting in a very traditional way, in an upstanding way. This is somebody who also understands they can't come towards you and try to like charm you into bed or do any of these things. Like, they need, if they want this situation between the two of you to last, if they want to end up in a real relationship with you, they need to treat you with respect. They need to honor you. They need to, not try to use you or do anything untoward. But this is somebody coming in towards you, taking action, and just like, with thoughts, with a mind towards marriage. With the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like this is your energy that is not necessarily blocking them out, but is just kind of like, oh yeah, well, you need to prove to me that you really mean it. Like, I need to see the effort, and I need to see it in the long run, because what I have is valuable, and before you can have that, you need to prove to me that you mean this, that your promises are real. So with the 10 of Swords in the reverse to the 4 of Swords, this is somebody who has been thinking. They've been spending a lot of time in meditation, and thinking about the situation with you, about how they don't want this to end. And I feel like this has just been someone communing with their heart, with their own sensibilities, and coming to the inevitable conclusion that, that this is how it needs to be. It's like they've taken the time out to think and to feel and to face their feelings, and it's brought them to this revelation that, like, I can't fake Virgo out. I can't, especially, it's like you can't do that if you want something to last, if you want real trust, and especially with somebody who has, a lot of, emotional and spiritual intelligence. You really can't fake that person out. Like, if you want, if you want someone to trust you, you need to just be trustworthy. Like, you can't trick somebody into trusting you, with the, so yeah, this is just somebody who they have been thinking a lot, and they've been praying, they've been repenting genuinely. This is not performative. This is somebody taking time and space away in their, in their room when they're alone. They're not doing it where anyone can see them, where they can receive any social acknowledgement. They're doing it sincerely. This is them. They've been praying to God about how to not lose you, is what I'm seeing. They've been praying to God, asking not to lose you. That's so sweet. And I feel like this is somebody who is realizing that they were in denial, that the delays and the confusion and everything that happened, they've been shown, they've been given revelation as to why this has happened. But it's a good thing, because they have been shown that they are in control. With the 7 of Pentacles, they are reaping the harvest of their own, of their own seed, of their own planting. And so they're seeing that, well, I am in control because all I have to do is alter my behavior and I will reap a different harvest. So they're seeing things from this different perspective with the Hanged Man here. They have a new point of view. They have a broadened point of view. They have a broadened consciousness. This person is maturing, whether they realize it or not, because it's not someone thinking in their pride, oh, I wish to be thought of as mature, so I will go out and try to read fancy sounding books, or it's nothing like that. This is somebody who, in their heart, they desire truth, they desire God, and they desire to do right. And so they're seeking God in sincerity, and it is resulting in real maturity, which is beautiful. So this person is changing, and they're seeing that they have the power. With the 3 of Pentacles here in the reverse to the Hermit, they are still concerned that you might not be willing to cooperate with them. With the Justice in the reverse, I feel like this is somebody being acutely aware that they have wronged you and being weighed down by that. I honestly feel like they're probably more weighed down by that than you are. With the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse to the 4 of Pentacles, this is somebody who's, feeling like, that there is still the instinct, the immediate emotional impulse to delay, to protect themselves, because they feel that you will potentially not cooperate with them. Yeah, I feel like they disappointed you, possibly over non-action, possibly, because they delayed, they didn't take action, or something to do with a vehicle. In the reverse, they held back, they didn't take action, or they maybe took action that was not, that hurt you, that made you very unhappy. And so they're concerned that you are not happy with them. You could be dealing with a Cancer sign, or a Leo, or a Taurus, Libra, another, a Pisces, or another Virgo. Yeah, so let's get into this, you guys. So what is this Hierophant to the Knight of Cups? What is this Hierophant to the Knight of Cups? Yeah. So this person is missing you, they're craving you, they're desiring you, and they just want this to stop. Like they want all the longing to stop. They're done thinking and they're ready to take action. Yeah, they're tired of this hollow, empty feeling of being, they've kind of been cannibalizing on their own thoughts and their own feelings for a while now, and they're just tired of it. Like they don't want this continued, cycle. Like they want to try again. They want to start over. It's like they've been thinking and longing about reaching out to you and making an effort for a while now. And for quite a while, the kind of the emotional anticipation and excitement and all of that and kind of being wrapped up in it was enough to kind of keep them amused or, just sort of placated until they actually took action. But they've gotten to this place where it's become, they're very bored with this empty, the thinking and the round and round has become very empty for them. And also they realize that they can't just keep you hanging forever, or they won't have a chance at any point. Yeah, they're stepping into an energy of empowerment, stepping out of doing the best they can to step out of thoughts of hopelessness. They definitely see you as their twin flame here, and they don't want to lose you. Yeah, they've been doing, and the reasons why they're coming into this clearer state of mind where they can take healthy action is because they've been taking time for self-growth. They've been taking time to pray, to seek, to work on themselves, and to nourish themselves. And this is why they are healing. They're hearing God. They are in a higher frequency, where they're in a better place. They're just taking care of themselves. And I think they're realizing what a big key that is to everything. That not just to relationships, but also to their own 222, just not 222, but also to their own happiness, their own healthiness, their own ability to transcend possibly addiction or things along those lines. Yeah, this is somebody who's coming out of a place of loss and grief and depression by nurturing themselves, through prayer and meditation. This person is finding real solace. This is great. Hierophant to the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like this person is realizing that maybe in relationship to the things that happened between the two of you in the past, they had cloudy judgment. That they previously had cloudy judgment. They were seeing things wrongly in the past. They weren't seeing things head on. Maybe it could have been because of substances, or maybe it could have just been because of a lower frequency state of, I just saw 22, a lower frequency state. But this is somebody who really is in a better place. So yeah, this is somebody who is wanting to come out of this place of just escaping. They're realizing that escaping is just resistance to reality, is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a really strong energy of your person really coming into a place of wisdom and being self-containment, where they're learning to carry themselves and to care for themselves and deal with their emotions. And they're not trying to run and escape anymore. This person is sitting in the water. This person is sitting in the water representing emotion. It's like they're just sitting in their emotions. This is somebody who is learning to just sit and be with their own emotions and not have to go crazy and go off and distract themselves or disassociate. This is what it is to heal from avoidance. At least for some. All right, so what is this? So this is great, because what this says is that your person is actually healing and at a place where they're genuinely ready to come back and to actually start something with you. And this is what it feels like. And so this is why it's such a straightforward energy of like, I'm coming back. I want to be with you. I want to like marry you and stuff. And look, hey, I'm the Knight of Cups. Here, I'm offering you something. I'm taking action. And that's great. But I would say that this is still you being like, okay, well, you're going to have to prove it because I've got a big cup to give. And, you know, so, hey, as long as you can prove that. What is this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah, because you are certainly tired. I'm not saying, I don't think that this person probably ghosted you, disappeared, and went invisible. And this made you feel, you know, abandoned. And I think that you yeah, exactly. You don't want to be abandoned again. You don't want to be in longing for someone again. You don't want to be left out in the cold. So with the second chance in the upright, I feel like this is you being willing, expressing to this person that you're willing, but that you have boundaries. There, you have strong boundaries, and that they're going to have to, you know, so you're going to have to, basically you're not condemning this person, but you're like, you're going to have to prove it. You know, you're going to have to prove yourself to me. And with the 1 day in the reverse, this is you being like, I'm not going to displace my, you know, and with the, oh, sorry guys, one sec. With the 1 day in the reverse, sorry, I bumped the camera. So with the 1 day in the reverse to the only you card, this is you being like, I am not going to be, you know, I'm not going to wait for someone to be devoted to me. If you are not ready to be devoted to me, you're not ready to date me. You know, like this could have been a situation where maybe in the past you were allowing somebody to take time before they were devoted to you. Maybe there was some kind of a situation, etc., etc., and you were like, oh, well, you know, this person will become devoted to me if I just stick around. And this is you being like, nope, you know, devotion, it needs to be absolute and from the beginning. And that's a hard line boundary for you is what I'm sensing. And that's really great, Virgos. That's how it should be. So universe, this is a really positive reading. What can you tell me? Is there anything at play that this deck can tell me? So someone else. I feel like if this is a situation, so someone is in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. So I feel like this is basically saying that the main thing that is going to be concerning you in this dynamic when this person comes back is this person proving to you that you are their number one and it never ever being in question. And I'm talking about subtextually, like emotionally. A person can say, you're my person, but then when you go out to bars, they're all over other people and they're flirting with everybody, they're making eyes, or they could be having emotional affairs where they're treating other people who are of the same, you know, who are basically dateable for them, you know, as if they are more important to them emotionally. Like that's cheating. Anyways, but so I feel like what this is saying is that this person essentially needs to prove to you that you are their number one, whether it's in relationship to friends or to another partner, you know, maybe like a third party. So whether it's, you know, this person, basically that the one thing that is the most important to you is that I'm sensing is loyalty from this person, devotion of it being like, I got to be your number one or I'm not interested. Okay, so universe, what can you tell me? Ooh. What can you tell me in this situation? What advice can you give to my Virgos about this situation? Yeah, step out of your comfort zone. So I feel like this is potentially for the both you and your person, that stepping out of your comfort zone, but obviously honor your boundaries with this person. But I feel like this is saying that there could potentially be with the North Node a fate, you know, a destined fate between you and this person. And I would also say what I'm picking up on too here is with this Resistance card, open up to your emotions and let yourself feel and face those things. You know, because then you become less rigid and then you can, you know, step into something new. Just make sure that you're not, you know, blocking, you know, keeping yourself in too much of a, you know, it's like we can create these sort of little like neural pathways and like sort of modes of being and feeling that are meant to keep us going and getting us through the day and keeping us safe. And I feel like this is saying you need to engage in the richness of your own emotional world to really break through and to really open up, you know, and however you do that, you know, one good way can just be finding a safe space private space where you feel totally safe emotionally and just opening up and just, you know, listening to music and feeling your feelings. But I feel like this is saying, you know, allow yourself to step out of your emotional comfort zone in your own private space and then potentially with someone else. But yeah, your dreams need a practical plan. So this is definitely saying that action needs to be taken. And we have with Taurus here, I feel like this is speaking to your person's energy of like, this is your person knowing that action needs to be taken. And here, with the South node. So we have a strong fated connection here with the nodes of fate, both the North and the South node. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, so I feel like this is saying there is a strong potential for a brand new beginning between the two of you. So I wouldn't like, you know, be too, I mean, like it's up to you, obviously. But if this, you know, I feel like this is saying that there is the potential to move beyond the past. Obviously with boundaries, honoring your boundaries and honoring your standards with this person. And should we do a timing card for you guys? Pick. Butterfingers today. Okay. All right. Ooh, October, and by the end of the week came out just now as I split the deck. Oh, the time is now. So I feel like this is a message for somebody. And also 8 represents August. So the time is now. For some of you, this is, this is a message for your person, for whoever is watching this, however they fit into it. The time is now. Take action now. Don't wait until October. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Oh my God. The time is now. I feel like this feels like a really strong message. I feel like that's the main message here. The time is now. Take action. And with this, let it be a mystery in the reverse. So I feel like this could be speaking to a person out there who has been thinking like, oh, I'll hold on to my dignity or I'll hold on to my safety by like being mysterious. And with 36, that could be somebody's age. But it's like somebody's been trying to hold on to their power by being mysterious. And this is saying, don't do that. The time is now. Take action now. It feels like a very strong, compelling energy. Like whoever this is a message for, that it's a very strong message. Like the time is now. Take action now. Don't put it off. Don't make excuses. You know, don't procrastinate, because you're it's dissolving. The situation is dissolving by trying to be mysterious. All right. So Virgos, I hope that this has helped you. I will speak to you soon. Tomorrow, most likely.